I started work on the prototype for the space combat deck building game. The basic mechanics are in place, playing cards to attack and restore shields, and the enemy doing the same. So far it's all basic programmer art, but it should give you an idea. During the stream I implemented the first resource of the game, which is command. Command is used to play cards, so it works like mana or energy. It represents the ability of the captain to issue orders and have them carried out. Look, command is working. We just spent 2, we spent 1. Okay, and now it's not letting us spend any more. Excellent, it's working. And then we have it back. So shield boost, fire lasers, command 0. We cannot use it again. I love it when a plan comes together. A lot of the design is still up in the air. Will there be other resources like power or crew? One thing I do want to include is the building of a deck by choosing weapons, systems and crew for your ship. Adding those to your loadout would add cards to your deck. You'd also get cards as you explore the game world and resolve encounters. If your systems are damaged or your crew incapacitated, that will remove cards from your deck. Some ideas for card types I have are targeting enemy ship systems, which would allow you to damage the enemy's weapons, shields or other systems. Repairing systems or healing crew to restore lost cards to your deck. Of course, card draw. Increasing available command, perhaps with a captain speech type of flavour. Power management, if I decide to implement a power system. Evasion and other defense related cards. There's a lot of opportunity to flesh out the design with fun sci-fi tropes. I'm still building up the design as I go and seeing what works. A lot can change with this kind of approach, and it's all about experimentation. Yeah, so it's a bit of a ways off before we have a really playable prototype, something that's actually worth playing. But I want to keep going and get it to a point where we can basically see if the game is fun. So during the stream I spent a while explaining the code that I've made so far. I've been trying to implement the lessons I learned from making Guildmaster, avoiding things that made it much more difficult to work with later in the project. I've also recently read the book Clean Code, which has been a revelation to me. I've realised I'm not actually a bad coder, but I have been coding badly. So now I'm going to be trying to do it right from the beginning. Here's an example from the stream. The reason I won't put that there is because that has nothing to do with card interaction, and this is the card interactor class. So we want to keep everything nicely encapsulated. So all this does is determine stuff to do with clicking on a card, interacting with the card. Whether it gets played or not, separation of concerns. Precisely, I'll be at it. This is a bit of overkill for a prototype, but I'm hoping this will form the foundation of the game, if it turns out to be fun. You are probably right that I don't need to make it so clean, but I get so lost with messy code that I think this is actually the quicker way to do it. And it's also just good practice, right? I've been so long making messy code without knowing I was doing it wrong that I am enjoying myself making it clean. I know that sounds weird. As I was putting everything together for the stream, I realised I'd already made some mistakes in the way the code was put together. Some duplication of code and inflexibility was creeping in, which could lead to a lot of issues down the line. This is a bad design, is what I mean, and it's the sort of thing that I would have kind of just made work in Guildmaster a lot. I kind of left it because it's like, oh, I'd have to retrofit everything, I'd have to change everything, and it's like, yeah, but if you don't do that, then you have a bad design. There's a phrase in the book, the code isn't done when it works, it's done when it's good. But I'm making a conscious effort to notice these problems as they pop up and fixing them before I move on. Sometimes it is tempting to leave them and get on with the more fun parts, but that really just leads to more annoyance and time wasted in the long run. There was some great discussion with the chat about coding conventions and ideas for the game. I'm really enjoying this open development where I can get instant feedback and share the process. If you'd like to join the stream, whether you're adept at coding or just interested in seeing how it's done, the streams are every Thursday at 6 PM BST on Twitch. Thanks for watching.